Hey, everybody. Let's talk for a few minutes about the path of natural healing. This has come up a lot this week, and I'm so over the moon that so many people have decided to try and take a more natural approach. This shows that people are actually thinking about how they're tending to their bodies. They're thinking about what they are and are not putting in and on their bodies. And I think that lately there has been a shift to moving back to more natural and ancestral ways of being on this earth. And that doesn't mean that we have to give up modern technology or even give up modern medicine altogether. But I think it can be a challenge to understand how herbalism and natural health are so different from Western medicine, especially when we're looking for results. And so, if we take a look at the modern Western medical paradigm, we are all trained to believe that there's going to be a quick result, there's going to be a convenient pill that someone else is going to know exactly what to do, and that we don't have to think about it. We just follow the prescription. And, you know, for some people, they have found what they were looking for in that way. For other people, that has not led to an overall sense of well-being, or that has led to an unwanted dependency on pharmaceuticals. And I'm not saying that there's not good things. Like, modern medicine is an incredible way to diagnose certain conditions, certain issues and deficiencies. You know, a lot of times being able to draw labs and to see things in the body can be extremely helpful. I'm not saying you always need labs, but there's a time and a place where that is really beneficial. Modern medicine has some incredible interventions for acute issues. You know, if you get in a car crash, if you break a bone, if your lungs are failing, there's not much that herbs are going to do in that immediate instance, right? Now, herbs can help in the long-term healing from a situation like that, but modern medicine has some amazing aspects to it, and some amazing things that can help. But I feel like we've moved into a world where we turn to modern medicine for literally everything, and that's not necessarily for the benefit of us and our well-being. And there are some things that actually just need us to slow down and tend to our bodies in a way that might feel inconvenient at first. You know, it can be inconvenient to have to look at what you're eating, to have to prepare a tea, to have to worry about your screen time and your sleep quality. You know, in this busy world, a lot of people would rather just throw money at something and get a quick fix. And natural healing does not work that way. And so I've talked about this before, but it's really coming to light again right now. And a lot of people I'm talking to, you know, and I find myself repeating it just to make sure people understand that, like, natural healing is the slow road. And so if you decide to turn to herbs and diet and lifestyle, then you're not looking at an immediate fix. You're looking at slow improvements over months and even years. You're looking at having to slow down and having to tend to the root of the issues that you have. And when you actually tend to the root and heal from the root, from the inside out, that takes time in your body. And, you know, pharmaceutical drugs aren't healing you from the root. They're addressing a symptom. They're altering something to take away a symptom. They're not healing the root cause of why you're having that symptom. And so that's why they can be so quick acting. Taking an ibuprofen is not taking away the reason why you have a headache. It's just taking away the pain. It's just taking the inflammation down, making the pain stop. And so if you want to get to the root of why you're having the headache, that's a little bit longer of a road. You have to go more in depth. And so, I've had, just this week, I've had a few different people reach out to me. One is a mama whose the doctors are telling her that what's going on with her child is a mystery and they just want to have the child on steroids. And the mama's saying, no, we're not doing that. And what else can we do? And so I love that. I mean, that's an amazing mom right there to say, I know that long-term steroids aren't a solution and they can cause issues. So what else can we do? And taking that natural approach is going to be a different approach than steroids, which might, cause things to stop immediately. Instead of that, we're going to do something else. And that might mean we wait a few weeks to see a result. People who have decided to start changing their diet in order to be able to get off some of their medications, that's also not an immediate thing. You can't change your diet in one day and suddenly have the impact of that show up in your body. That's going to be over time. That the longer you stick with eating those whole foods that are full of nutrition and healing properties, that over time that will start to heal the gut, start to improve the cardiovascular condition. When we're talking about looking at imbalances in hormones or neurotransmitters, it's not a one thing fixes all. There's no one herb, one thing. It's a whole lifestyle. Can you slow down? Can you get outside? Can you stop staring at your phone at night? And all these things combined kind of invite you into this place of health and wholeness. And I actually think the path itself is really quite beautiful. And the act of having to stop and slow down and pay attention, that in and of itself is incredibly healing. When we're so caught up in the busy, busy life and we don't have time and we just want a pill to throw at it and we don't care and we don't think about it. And then if all of a sudden that's not working for you anymore and you're forced to have to stop and slow down and look at your time and take time and look at what you're eating, look at what you're doing, pay attention to your habits, notice how they're impacting you, you move into this place of mindfulness that actually has its own healing powers, right? To have to go through your life with presence and with care and having to develop critical thinking skills, because now you're having to analyze, like, what am I doing? Where does my food come from? How does this make me feel? Why am I doing this? These are all very good for you. And so it's not like an immediate swap out. You can't just, do a one quick swap from modern medicine to natural healing. It doesn't work that way. It's not even on the same paradigm. You're not even on the same wavelength when we're talking about treating long-term conditions through natural healing. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on that because that's what's coming up. And for any of you who are new to this natural healing journey, new to starting to take care of yourselves from a more holistic point of view, just to say congratulations and welcome to this path. And if you don't see a result in a day or a week or a month, that doesn't mean it's not working. These things have a cumulative effect and they build up in your body. Your diet, your light environment, how you breathe, the water you drink, your stress levels, these are all highly impactful. And over time, I promise you will see changes if you are patient and if you are mindful and tending to your own state. If you have questions about any of this, please let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn more and join my community of like-minded folks who are taking this natural approach, you can find me over on Patreon at the School of Earth and Awe. Thanks, y'all.